My best friend Bob was part of the extras for the last Lord of the Rings movie, The Return of the King. Pretty cool, right? I know. So on the final day of filming, he decided to take something off the set to remember his time on being one of the most iconic movies of all time. I mean, this kind of thing isn't unusual. Chris Hemsworth took the Thor's hammer from every single movie. But Bob was no Chris Hemsworth. You will soon realize the very thing he took was a big oopsie. What is up, guys? It's your boy Ming. Hope all of you guys are doing well and staying safe during this quarantine. Who knows when it will end, but don't worry guys, we'll get through this together. Is it just me? I can't be the only one whose hair is getting out of control. If you guys have been keeping up with my videos, you can see it gets longer and shaggier every single video. I had to get rid of my corona stash. You might have seen it in my last video. Oh yeah, might as well go watch my last video first. Probably one of my best videos. Go watch it, I'll wait. Done? Okay, good. I know, everyone is bored in the house and in the house bored, which is why I made a playlist for all my story times. Yes. I have 11 other storytime videos, so I guarantee that will keep you entertained for some time. So if you enjoyed this one, which you will, feel free to check out the rest. I know many YouTubers out there don't really reply their comments, but not me. And never forget my true supporters, my day ones. So keep dropping those comments. I love reading all those comments. Sometimes it might take me a while to reply because I'm constantly grinding out content for you guys, but I do try my very best. I post my favorite comments on my Instagram story and they end up on my highlights, which stay there forever. So for a chance to be featured, be sure to drop those lovely comments. Yes. Before we begin today's story time, I just want to announce the other day we hit 3 of my milestones on the same day. 2,000 on Instagram, 30,000 on YouTube, and 250,000 on TikTok, which is absolutely insane. I know to big YouTubers with millions of followers, this isn't a lot, but to me, these numbers are absolutely mind-blowing. I'm extremely grateful for each and every one of my supporters, which is why I work so hard to keep bringing you guys content. It's 6 a.m. at the time I'm writing this script, so I can release this video today. If I could, I would work non-stop to try to give you guys a video every couple of days. I'm already working every single day, but because some videos are more complicated than others, some will take longer. But I want to thank all of you for being patient with me and continuing to support me. It means everything to me. At the end of the day, my goal is always to inspire you guys to chase your dreams. Because if I can do it, so can you. Don't let the naysayers affect you. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do something. People can't do it themselves, they want to tell you you can't do it. But I'm telling you right now, you can do it. You are capable of doing anything you set your mind to. I am living proof you can do it. But do I have millions of followers? No, I don't. But a year and a half ago, I had 0. A year and a half ago, I was at home wishing for all these things, wishing I could live those lavish lifestyles I see. But one day I decided instead of dreaming about all that, I'm gonna work hard every single day. So one day, I won't have to dream about it anymore. I'll be living it. Hopefully I can be that beacon for you guys to ignite something inside you to chase your dreams, go after it. Even if it's just one of you, I'll feel like I've succeeded. That being said, let's begin with today's story time. So growing up, I've always loved watching movies. I had this phase where I was watching movies every single day. If you look at a list of the highest rated movies, I have seen every single one. Nobody has watched more movies than me. I guarantee it. In fact, at one point, I was known as the movie magician. I'm just kidding, no one called me that. Okay. But I knew who directed every movie, the year each movie came out. In simpler terms, I was a movie geek. So I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy a couple years back, and I can honestly say they are by far one of, if not the greatest movies I have ever seen. For those who have seen the movies, let me know down in the comment section below if you agree or disagree. But I remember so distinctively while I was watching it, I was thinking, holy, the storytelling in this, the cinematic sequences, every single thing is a masterpiece. I know a lot of my viewers weren't even born yet when these movies were released, made almost 2 decades ago. And still, to this day, I've yet to see another movie deliver the same cinematic experience for me. So as you can imagine, when I heard the good news, I was beyond excited when my friend Bob told me he was casted in the last movie of the trilogy, The Return of the King. I mean, taken, he was only an extra in the movie, but nonetheless, this was a monumental moment. To tell people you were in one of the greatest movies of all time is a flex in and of itself. So in the movie, there's basically a lot of war scenes. So my friend Bob, he was casted as an extra, part of the orc army. So on the final day of filming, a super sad moment for everyone. Bob decided to take something off the set to remember his time on being one of the most iconic movies of all time. Seemed to be a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know this kind of thing isn't uncommon. I mean, Star-Lord took his jacket, Andrew Garfield took the Spider-Man suit. I read an article saying how Chris Hemsworth takes Thor's hammer home every single movie. But Bob was no Chris Hemsworth. You will soon realize the very thing he took was not a good idea. My friend Bob was part of the extras for Lord of the Rings. That's Bob in the back. So if you're not familiar with that movie, it's the one with the big fire eyeball, the bald dude, and the old man that no one can pass. So on the final day of filming, Bob left me a voice message and told me he took something off the set to commemorate his time there. Of all things he could have took, he decided to take the one ring that rules them all. You will soon realize this wasn't a good idea. So like any good friend would, I told him that if they find out, the orcs will come for you. But by the time I replied his message, it was too late. Bob was already on his way home. Here's what happened next. I was hungry for some chicken phalanges, so I opened the fridge, and there it was, on top of my eggs. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention? Bob was my roommate. I quickly ran to his room to demand an explanation, but it was empty, and all his stuff was gone. Now his problem was my problem. He left a note under his bed saying he fled to the high ground. Immediately after, I received a phone call from the authorities. Apparently, they received an anonymous tip that the stolen artifact was at my location. They left very clear instructions. They said, no matter what, do not put the ring on, under any circumstance. They hung up the phone as they made their way to retrieve it. I guess all I can do now is wait. I started to panic, but I had nothing to worry about. I mean, everything's gonna be okay. I'm not the one who took the ring. Bob did. The last thing I want to happen is being eaten by orcs and thrown into the fires of Mount Doom. I just gotta wait until the authorities get here, and everything's gonna be fine. I mean, if anything, I'll just tell them they cannot pass. Worked for Gandalf, should work for me. Suddenly, I felt the air get freezing cold. I look around. The windows are all closed. Something is not right. I hear a recognizable voice, yet the language is indistinguishable. But it's weird though. I feel like I've heard this before. I looked at the ring, consumed by its alluring nature, a sense of familiarity. My precious. Wait a second. What is that? I hear a knock on the door.
FBI, open up!
I am mesmerized by the ring. The longer I stare, the louder the voice gets. Until finally, I could hear what it says.
Put it on. Finally.
So this story was cool and all, but what's even cooler is the other day I found out my granduncle 3 won the physics Nobel Prize in 1905. The other day I was playing his favorite game during Corona time. As I was playing, I dice rolled the age he won the Nobel Prize, 45. I picked up a chance card and behind it was a blank check with the signature of my late granduncle 3. I opened the check and there was my name on it. What are the chances?